What up, everybody? In Power Book 4-4, Season 3, Episode 2, Tommy and D-Mac are gonna come face to face for the first time since D-Mac escaped the boarding school that Tommy sent him to. But notice how D-Mac is avoiding Tommy, knowing Tommy's gonna be pissed off that he left that school. In Episode 1, when Diamond asked D-Mac if he had talked to his uncle about getting back in CBI, D-Mac said he hadn't talked to him yet. But at the same time, I don't think he was trying to talk to Tommy either, because just like he found Diamond to talk to him, he could have also found Tommy. But in Episode 2, Tommy will find D-Mac over at Marshall's apartment, as one of the teasers shows a clip where Tommy's banging on someone's door, as someone's looking through the peephole to see who it is. And this is either D-Mac or Marshall looking through that peephole and seeing Tommy, as D-Mac will try to hide in Marshall's closet to avoid talking to Tommy. Again, just letting us know that D-Mac has been trying to avoid Tommy. Then once Tommy finds D-Mac hiding in the closet and confronts him about leaving the school, and D-Mac explains to Tommy how they were trying to make him cut off his dreads, Tommy lets D-Mac know that he's not built for CBI, and he needs to be his own man and get a job. And at this point, Tommy just sounds completely out of touch, telling D-Mac he needs to get a job. This is a far different situation than it was with Tariq, who was raised in a two-parent home with both his parents in his life and going to private schools. Keep in mind that Tommy just came into D-Mac's life when D-Mac was 16 years old, and JP even after that, after abandoning him when he was little. And D-Mac said that his mother wasn't around much. So D-Mac was raised with zero structure in his life and had been running the streets since he was a kid. Not to mention at D-Mac's age, with his mentality, he thinks he's missing out on something if he's not outside in the mix of things. So after Tommy tells D-Mac he needs to get a job, D-Mac tells Tommy fuck a salary, that he needs a score, and that he's getting back in CBI. And this is definitely something to keep in mind, because when he's talking about a score, this is talking about either getting put on with some weight to make some money or doing a robbery. And one of the teasers shows D-Mac telling Marshall Tommy that he needs to make a boss move. But after D-Mac told Tommy he was getting back in CBI, Tommy let D-Mac know as long as he's in, D-Mac's out. But that's only part of the storyline when it comes to D-Mac, because there's also the whole storyline when it comes to King Kilo and Jannar being stuck in between Diamond telling him to kill D-Mac and Shanti telling Jannar to put D-Mac on and tell Kilo that Tommy and Diamond are protecting him, so Kilo would take out Diamond and Tommy for them. And at the end of episode 1, Jannar picked up D-Mac, telling him that he had some work for him. And when it comes to Diamond and Jannar, D-Mac likely looks up to them more than he does Tommy, because D-Mac is from the south side of Chicago and he doesn't know anything about Tommy in New York City. What D-Mac knows is the streets of South Chicago, where CBI has been running things for pretty much D-Mac's whole life. So because of that, D-Mac likely looks up to them more than Tommy, either though Jannar to a lesser extent at this point, because he probably heard that Jannar was down bad for a minute. And that's why when Jannar told D-Mac to get in the car, D-Mac told Jannar he wasn't taking orders from him. But when Jannar said Diamond sent him, D-Mac got in immediately. But with that said, also keep in mind the respect that D-Mac had for Jannar in Season 1, going back to when him and Marshall had their guns drawn at Tommy in the barber shop, and they wouldn't back down until they got the word from Jannar, even after Diamond tried telling them to put their guns down. So a big question is, what did Jannar do with D-Mac at the end of episode 1? Because he obviously didn't kill him like Diamond told him to. And because D-Mac was telling Tommy about a score and later tells Marshall about making a boss move, it doesn't seem like Jannar put D-Mac on either, like Shanti told him to. So it seems like Jannar is having a hard time trying to figure out what to do with D-Mac, being stuck trying to play the middle between his brother and his girl. But another question in addition to what did Jannar do with D-Mac after he picked him up is, Does Tommy know about D-Mac getting another kill and killing Mad Dog yet? And also, if Tommy even heard that Jannard scooped up D-Mac and did something with him, he would be at Jannard's neck. But when Jannard picked up D-Mac, D-Mac was watching a stream of a high-stakes dice game. What the streamer said was the biggest, baddest game in town, where in just one game, I believe they said that the bet was $10K. And if one bet was going for $10K, there was definitely more money than that in the room. So while D-Mac's out in the streets struggling, trying to find a way to make money, he's watching these kids bet away 10 G's like it's nothing. And I definitely don't think they showed D-Mac watching this dice game for no reason. So I think when D-Mac's talking about making a boss move and a score, he'll ultimately end up robbing this dice game and likely getting Marshall in on it with him. But the thing about this dice game is that they live stream it while it's going down. So when D-Mac and Marshall go to rob this dice game, the whole thing will get caught on these kids' stream. And because D-Mac and Marshall are young and wild, they'll probably end up killing a couple of these kids during the robbery as the whole thing is streamed live. Because of that, the clip will probably go viral, get talked about on the news, all that type shit. And to make the situation even worse, these kids obviously come from money to be betting 10G a dice game. So that'll make the heat around the situation even worse because one of these kids who they end up killing probably has a powerful parent. And this would be D-Mac's third kill, with each one of them being a problem. His first kill, he killed Seamus, the dirty cop, and because of that is the whole reason why he had to go to the boarding school in the first place. Because D-Mac couldn't even lay low for a day and was even seen talking to a cop who had pulled up on him and Marshall. And I think this is also playing a factor when it comes to Diamond's decision to tell Jannard to kill D-Mac, because Diamond doesn't trust D-Mac and sees him as a liability who could cause him to go back to prison. Then of course D-Mac's second kill was taking out Mad Dog, King Kilo's nephew, and that created the whole dilemma that's taking place now. And one thing we learned about D-Mac from that kill is that he really doesn't give a f*** at all, as he killed Mad Dog out in the open in broad daylight and even took a picture after. This could have potentially been an Easter egg that D-Mac's next kill would get streamed live. And D-Mac's kills causing all kinds of trouble is just another parallel that D-Mac has with Tariq. Keep it in mind that Tariq's first kill when he killed Ray Ray, a parallel to D-Mac's first kill alone, that they both killed a dirty cop. But when Tariq killed Ray Ray, it caused all kinds of problems, to where Angela started breaking the law to help Tariq. Kanan lost his life when they tried to pin Ray Ray's murder on him. And when that didn't work, and Ghost tried to get Tariq to turn himself in, is ultimately why Tariq shot Ghost. And to a lesser degree, even a parallel to Kanan's first kill, when he killed Buck 20, which caused problems for him and the Thomas family, causing Rock to have to give up her territory to Unique, and forced her to have Lou kill D-Wiz to protect Kanan. And there you have it, D-Mac's dice game robbery kill gets live streamed. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.